Good morning, friends. So we are continuing our chapter on trigonometry. Today I have not put the formula here. I hope you have made your formula sheet. These are the questions I put on the board for you, all different types of questions. Now you have got the formula sheet with you, right? So you have to think accordingly and try to solve the sums. So today we are going to practice some more sums on trigonometry. So we'll see the different approaches. Yes, trigonometry is a very interesting chapter, but like I told you before, you need to also revise the algebraic identities of the ninth, because in a few sums we are going to use algebraic identities. Now we'll read the questions which are of different types and apply our logic and solve the sums. Right? Oh, this is an error here. The sum is okay. So we have got the sums. Now you already must have started working on it. What I want you to show is sums are different. Practice will make you better, but we'll start every sum one by one and we will see the approach. The approach is very important here because you should learn to think logically. These sums may look similar, may look different. The idea here is to use the logic and the approach. Okay. So we'll start with the first sum. Tan theta plus 2 into 2 tan theta plus 1 gives us 5 tan theta plus sec square theta. The question is this true or false? So how will you approach this sum? What is your approach? Because there are many approaches to this sum. The question here is, what is your approach? How would you solve this sum? Okay? So it is not necessary that you follow my method. You can try out your own method. For example, your method could be taking tan theta as sin theta by cos theta. Even this tan theta, turn it into sin theta by cos theta. That is one approach. We multiply the brackets, open it up and see, is the second approach. So this here things work logically. So let us take the approach. Now I will tell you the logic behind my approach. Very important here is the logic. We have got tan theta here. You can see the bracket has only got tan theta. And here we have got tan theta and sec square theta. So what logic I will use? I know 1 plus tan square theta equal to sec square theta. So this is one formula that we already know. The 2. So since I have got a relation between tan and sec theta relationship, I may not have to change this sum into sin and cos theta. So this is what you should know. Like I keep on telling, we have got a formula sheet. Now that formula sheet you should be knowing because we have derived all the formulas. We have derived. We will learn them later on. We will memorize them, but there is no cramming here because you have understood how each and every formula has come. So now since you have got the formula sheet with you, you have to choose the approach how to solve this sum. So since I know I have got a relationship between tan and sec, I am not going to convert this into sin and cos. So what I will simply do is I will multiply the bracket. So tan theta into 2 tan theta gives me 2 tan square theta. So tan theta into 2 tan theta gives me 2 tan square theta. Tan theta into 1 gives me tan theta. 2 into 2 tan theta gives me 4 tan theta, and 2 ones are gives me 2. So I have multiplied this bracket and come till here. Now what step I will take further? You can see this 2 tan square theta and you can see this 2. So I will take the 2 common in this both. And what is 4 tan theta plus tan theta? 4 tan theta plus tan theta gives me 5 tan theta. So the 5 tan theta I have. Now 2 tan square theta and 2, you can see what you can approach. See the approach now. I take the 2 common In the bracket I get tan square theta plus 1. How? I took the 2 common from both of this. So I get 5 tan theta plus 2. What is tan square theta plus 1? Sec square theta. Now compare. They have given us, this gives us 5 tan theta plus sec square theta. We are getting 2 sec square theta. So this statement is false. Okay? Because we should have a 2 here. The 2 is missing. So this statement is false. So this are the practice sums again I tell you. But the approach is very important. Okay. Now we go to the second sum. Prove sin raised to 6 theta plus cos raised to 6 theta plus 3 sin square theta. So here the cos theta, it is into cos theta equal to 1. This is the sum. The mistake is, sorry. So this is the sum we have. Now again we judge the approach. Now how do you go to sin raised to 6 theta? Which identity will you use? So to prove this, we have to begin with somewhere. Now we have to prove it is equal to 1. So there should be an identity which relates sin theta with cos theta. So we know sin square theta plus cos square theta equal to 1. Okay, that we know. Yes, see the approach. Here the sum is in sin and cos theta, and I know sin square theta plus cos square equal to 1, but I have got to raise to 6 here, a power raised to 6. Now how can I change this square into a power raised to 6? So think logically and try to see the approach. We have got here, we know this identity. Sin square theta plus cos square theta equal to 1. But here I have given sin raised to 6 theta. So the only way to do it would be to cube both the sides. Okay, so I am cubing both the sides. Now, when I cube both the sides, I should know the identity. Which identity I should know? Algebraic identity? What is a plus b cube? So a plus b cube is a cube plus b cube plus 3ab into bracket a plus b. So see mathematics here, when you cram things may become difficult, but we'll use this identity. So look at this, compare. What is our a? Sin square theta is our a and cos square theta is our b. So let me write now. Sin square theta plus cos square theta, the whole cube, gives me sin square theta, the whole cube, plus cos square theta, the whole cube, plus 3ab means 3 sin square theta into cos square theta into bracket a plus b. So sin square theta plus cos square theta. So what do I get here? Sin square theta, the whole cube, is sin raised to 6 theta, plus cos square theta, the whole cube, gives me cos raised to 6 theta, plus what is sin square theta plus cos square theta? That was equal to 1. So I get 1 into this gives me 3 sin square theta cos square theta. And what is 1 cube? 1 cube is 1. Hence, what we have done? We have proved that sin raised to 6 theta plus cos raised to 6 theta plus 3 sin square theta into cos square theta equal to 1. So here what approach I took? I was given nothing here. I was just given proof. Suppose I was given a question like if this, then this. So there is a question like this also, that if the condition is given, if this is the condition, then what is the answer? But here there is no if condition. Here it directly asks to prove. So in this sum I have to take something which I know, something concrete about sin and cos. So I took sin square theta plus cos square theta equal to 1. So this step is the important step. This step is where you put your logic to use. Okay, this is the step where you put your logic to use. have you think differently. So if I am given an if condition, I can start from here and try to reach my answer if the if condition is given. But you can see here the if condition is not given. So if condition is not given means I have to start with something. So that is where I have to choose what I want to take. I can even take 1 plus tan square theta equal to sec square theta, or I could take 1 plus cot square theta equal to cosec square theta, or I would take sin theta equal to cos 90 minus theta. There is such a lot thing to take. But this is the logic I use and choose what I need to start my sum with. So trigonometry uses a lot of logic because you have got a huge formula sheet. Which one to use comes only through practice. And those who are going to choose science as a future, take up the science stream, they will have a lot of trigonometry to do. Lot of formulas will be put to use. So this kind of logic has to be developed very deep. Okay? So the first two sums are done. So I will rub them off now and go to the third sum. So I can rub the sums off now. 2 so that I can use the board. Now we are given alpha plus beta equal to 90. So if alpha plus beta is 90, then these two angles are complementary angles. And you know the relationship between complementary angles. So here you will immediately know if alpha plus beta is 90, means these two angles add up to 90, they are complementary angles. So we will immediately work on which relationship? The complementary relationship. Okay. So what is the complementary relationship? So I will start the sum now. Under root cos alpha, I remember it as it is, cosec beta. Cosec beta I can write sec 90 minus, no, not sec. I will give it cosec only. First, we will do the step correctly. We will write this cosec only, but it is beta. So beta is 90 minus alpha. Because alpha plus beta is 90, means beta is 90 minus alpha. So cos alpha I kept as it is cosec. Here I keep the cos alpha as it is. And beta again I will write sin 90 minus alpha. So we have cos alpha. Now what is cosec 90 minus alpha? Is sec alpha minus cos alpha. Sin 90 minus alpha complementary is cos alpha. Now you know cos and sec are reciprocal. Sec alpha is 1 upon cos alpha. So because they are reciprocals, cos alpha into sec alpha equal to 1 minus cos alpha into cos alpha is cos square alpha. What is 1 minus cos square alpha? Sin square alpha plus cos square alpha equal to 1. So 1 minus cos square alpha equal to sin square alpha. So if I remove the square root and the square, I am left with sin alpha. Hence 2. So we have shown. So this was the approach, easiest approach taken. Because we are given the complementary, what I used here, the complementary relationship. So this is one way to do the sum. Any other method coming to your mind? Okay. So let me see. In this I can see that cos alpha is common. So let me see now what if happens if I take cos alpha common. If I take cos alpha common, in the bracket I am left with cosec beta minus sin beta. Right. I will begin with cosec beta minus sin beta because I took cos alpha common in both. But you see the approach taken here, how this approach is different. Now what should strike your mind? The thing is, what logic you use here again? Use here given cos alpha cosec beta. Here are given cos alpha sin beta. and here the answer is in alpha. So what do you need to do is convert the betas into alpha. So that is what we have done here. We made the whole sum into an alpha sum. Do you notice this? So this is the logic which is very important. So when you see sums in trigonometry, see the right hand side, it gives you a clue what you should be doing on the left hand side. So what you can see here, this sum has got alpha and beta both relationship, alpha beta, but the answer is in alpha. So the common sense approach would be to convert these betas into alpha. So that is what we did. We converted the beta, alpha plus beta is 90, so beta equal to 90 minus alpha. So we converted this beta into 90 minus alpha. We made the whole sum into alpha and got the answer. Now we are still kept the beta as it is, but let's see what happens. Let us continue and see where we reach. So cos alpha, now cosec beta is 1 upon sin beta minus sin beta. Cos alpha, taking the LCM I get 1 minus sin square beta upon sin beta. Cos alpha, what is 1 minus sin square beta? Is cos square beta, the whole upon sin beta. Okay, so we have continued this step. We go further, it is quite longer. Why? We are still not reaching sin alpha. So ultimately what you need to do and what you will have to do is convert the beta into alpha because the answer is in alpha. So the sum goes on and on, cos alpha. Now cos square, instead of beta what I will write? 90 minus alpha. And sin, instead of beta what I will write? 90 minus alpha. So this becomes cos alpha, 90 minus alpha is sin. So sin square alpha, sin 90 minus alpha is cos alpha. So now cos alpha gets cut, under root sin square alpha remains, which gives me sin alpha. So ultimately, even by taking this method, I get the answer, but what lies common to both the method is the right hand side said sin alpha, there is no beta here. So the most common logic you need to use is convert this beta into alpha. So if you practice this sum, if you keep trying them, you will eventually get your answers right. There is no problem in that. But what is the thing which should strike your mind? So when you see the formula sheet again and again, and you get the hang of trigonometry, you will see the right hand side gives you a clue what is to be done. So here the clue is the answer is in alpha. So we only convert the beta into the alpha based on the thing given to us. Okay? So we have got this sum done in two ways, but I think this method is much easier. We directly convert beta into alpha. So this was an easy way to do the sum. Now we move to the next one. Okay. Now in this sum, look at the question. If root 3 tan theta equal to 1, find the value of sin square theta minus cos square theta. Find the value sin square theta minus cos square theta. Now what is the meaning of find the value? Find the value means not solve it, simplify it, no proving, finding the value. So value is what? 2, root 3, whatever the value we have to find. Now to find the value of sin square theta minus cos square theta, even when you simplify it, and I will show you how you can simplify it. You can write sin square theta plus cos square theta minus 2 cos square theta. You see what I have done here. There is a minus cos square theta, I wrote it plus 1 minus 2. Now sin square theta minus cos square theta gives me 1 minus 2 cos square theta. But I cannot find the value because I still don't know what is the value of cos theta. Is it clear to you? So what I did, sin square theta, okay, this is one way. Now let me try one more way. I can write sin square theta minus cos square theta. I multiply and divide by cos square theta. Because there is no right hand side here, there is nothing given here, I cannot multiply both the sides. So what I am doing, I multiply and divide by cos square theta. You will see why. So cos square theta, I get sin square theta by cos square theta minus cos square theta. Use me cos square theta. What is sin by cos? Tan square theta minus 1. Now I can find the value of tan theta from here. How? Root 3 tan theta equal to 1. So tan theta equal to 1 by root 3. So tan square theta equal to 1 by 3. So I can put down the value of tan square theta here 1 by 3 and get cos square theta 1 by 3 minus 1 equal to cos square theta minus 2 upon 3. And still I do not know cos square theta, so I cannot find the value. So all these approaches are not seeming to work because I need to find the value. I should know the value of sin square theta and cos square theta. So for that I should know theta is which angle. If I want to know the value, is it theta 30 degree, 45 degree, 60 degree, 90 degree, 0 degree. If I find which angle theta is, I can find the answer. And I hope from this you already got your clue. Yes, I know you would. You are smart like that. Root 3 tan theta equal to 1, tan theta equal to 1 by root 3. Now if you look in your table, at which place tan theta equal to 1 by root 3, can you tell me? Yes, from your table you will know for theta equal to 30 degree, theta equal to 30 degree, tan theta equal to 1 upon root 3. So now we know theta. So sin square 30 degree minus cos square 30 degree. So what I have done here, you have to write this sum like this. Root 3 tan theta equal to 1 implies tan theta equal to 1 upon root 3 implies theta equal to 30 degree. Therefore, sin square theta minus cos square theta equal to sin square 30 minus cos square 30 equal to 1 by root 2 the whole square minus root 3 by 2 the whole square gives us 1 by 4 minus 3 by 4 is minus 2 by 4 equal to minus 1 by 2. So are you following and understanding the approach here? I tried the simplification method but does not give me the answer for the value because I need to know the value. Here I cannot know the value of cos square theta. Here also I do not know the value of cos square theta. So there is no point doing this. There is not to prove that sum. This is a sum in finding a value, and value I can only find if I know sin square theta and cos square theta, and this value I can only know if I know the value of theta. So I found the value of theta is 30 degree, I put the question and I got the answer. So this is the different kind of approach to different kind of sums. Yes, and this is the best part in mathematics where you can use different methods. Choose your own method and you have to find the simplest and the easiest method. So this will come only through practice. Yes, it will come right through practice. So you can do this sum in many different ways, but we will choose the simplest and the easiest. Okay, now the next one, we are given if condition. If cos theta plus sin theta equal to root 3, prove that tan theta plus cot theta equal to 1. We have to prove. Now something is given us over here and we have to prove this. Now here it is in sin and cos, here it is in tan and cot. So we have to look at tan and cot. So first let us see what I am going to do. Tan and cot, we have to prove this, but first tan theta plus cot theta. What is that equal to? That is sin theta upon cos theta plus cos theta upon sin theta. Simple, because here I have given the value in sin and cos, so tan theta and cot theta I change into sin and cos. because something, let me see what happens. Now the LCM, so cross multiplication, sin square theta plus cos square theta upon sin theta cos theta. The LCM. Sin square theta plus cos square theta equal to 1 upon sin theta cos theta. Okay. The simplification is done till here. But I don't know the value. What is sin theta into cos theta? I know sin theta plus cos theta. Cos theta plus sin theta equal to root 3. That I know. But what is sin theta into cos theta? So I have simplified this first and reach here. Now I need to know what is sin theta into cos theta. And to know this, I have to make use of this. Now what use will you make from here? Which identity you know? You know cos square theta plus sin square theta equal to 1. Yes, this identity is very clear now. We know. So what we will do now? Cos theta plus sin theta equal to root 3 is given to me. I know sin square theta plus cos square theta equal to 1. So I will square both these sides. So I will get cos square theta plus 2 sin theta cos theta plus sin square theta root 3 square is 3. Cos square theta plus sin square theta is 1. So 1 plus 2 sin theta cos theta equal to 3. 1 goes on this side. So square 2 sin theta cos theta equal to 2. So I'll write here implies this. 2 gets cut on both sides, which implies sin theta cos theta equal to 1. Replacing this value here, we get 1 upon 1 equal to 1. Hence proof. Is it a good approach? So here I first simplify tan theta by cot theta. By simplification I reach 1 upon sin theta cos theta. Now I want to know the value of sin theta into cos theta. So I know when I square cos theta plus sin theta, in between I get a value 2 sin theta cos theta. So this would give me the value here, which would eventually lead me to the answer. Okay, so we are done with this sum too. Now the sixth sum. The very simple sum. Show that, sorry, not show then, show that. So that tan raised to 4 theta plus tan square theta is sec raised to 4 theta minus sec square theta. So now I hope this is very clear to you, you know the identity. So what is the again step you can take? What step? Convert tan into sin by cos, convert this into sin by cos, then do it, but I will not take that approach because I know one identity which you also know. What is that identity? 1 plus tan square theta equal to sec square theta. Since the sum involves tan square theta and sec square theta, and I know this identity, I will not take any other approach. So what I will do? What is common in both? You can see tan square theta let me write this sum again. Sum is what? Tan raised to 4 theta plus tan square theta. So I will take tan square theta common. What is left? Tan square theta plus 1. Okay. Now I want to convert this into sec theta. The sum has to come in sec theta. So 1 plus tan square theta equal to sec square theta. So tan square theta equal to what? Sec square theta minus 1. Let me put down the value. Sec square theta minus 1 is tan square theta. And tan plus square theta is sec square theta. Open the bracket. Sec square theta into sec theta is sec raised to 4 theta minus sec square 1 into sec square theta sec square theta. Hence 2. So here there is no need for me to convert the sin theta into cos theta. Because you see the sum started with tan theta and reached sec theta. This is the identities I need to use. So what is very important here is choosing the identities. Okay, this sum is also having a mistake here. This sum is only this. Yes, the 1 is separate here. Sorry for the mistake in the sum, but this is the sum actually. Okay, so you can see here what I mean to say, there are so many options you can take here, but you have to see the right hand side to the approach. So here there is no need to convert the sum into sin theta by cos theta. So we are done with the sums now, and one last sum to go. Let us apply our logic. So today's lecture was basically using the formula sheet that we have and solve the sums in the most easiest of methods. So now one last sum to do. We have got 1 plus cot square alpha into cosec alpha plus 1. We have to prove it is cosec alpha. The sum is a proof. Now again, the easiest way, not the easiest way, the way we know cot is sine upon cos, cosec is 1 upon sine, this is cos upon sine, and this is 1 upon sine. So let me go by that method first. Let 1 plus cos square alpha upon sine square alpha upon 1 by sine alpha plus 1. What do I get here? 1 plus cos square alpha upon sine square alpha upon 1 plus sine alpha upon sine alpha. LCM. This sine alpha, 1 sine alpha gets cut. So we get 1 plus cos square alpha bracket into 1 plus sine alpha upon, we'll get what will be the reciprocal, cos square alpha upon sine alpha into 1 plus sine alpha. Right? Let us take it further. We get 1 plus cos square alpha, multiply the bracket, what you will get? Sine alpha plus sine square alpha. Right? Sine alpha plus sine square alpha by opening the bracket. What do you get now? Take the LCM. Sine alpha plus sine square alpha plus cos square alpha, the whole thing, multiplying the bracket upon again, I take the sine alpha common. So what remains? 1 plus sine alpha in the bracket. Now what is sine square alpha plus cos square alpha is 1. So I get sine alpha plus 1 upon sine alpha 1 plus sine alpha. So this bracket gets cut, what remains? 1 upon sine alpha. What is 1 upon sine alpha? Cosec alpha. The sum is proved. So by simplifying this method, turning everything into sine terms, you go the steps sequentially, you reach your answer. But I will not use this method. If I can do a sum in a more simpler method, I would prefer that method than using this method. But this is also a correct method. You saw I did everything into sine and cos, and this looks very easy, but it is quite a long method. And it is not necessary that we choose something which is very simple. Sometimes we need to choose logically things which make sense. So what I am going to do, I have got the sum into cosec alpha plus 1, cot square alpha and cosec alpha. So I am going to use the identity 1 plus cot square alpha equal to cosec square alpha, or cot square alpha equal to cosec square alpha minus 1. Because my answer is in cosec alpha, what I am going to do, I am going to convert. So I am going to write now, this sum is 1 plus cosec square alpha minus 1 upon cosec alpha plus 1. So what I have done, I have simply converted cot square alpha into cosec square alpha minus 1. Now I can write this 1 square, so a square minus b square. So I can write this 1 plus cosec alpha minus 1 cosec alpha plus 1 upon cosec alpha plus 1. So this to get cut over what remains? 1 plus cosec alpha minus 1. The plus and the minus 1 gets cut. What remains? Cosec alpha. So there are two approaches to the sum. One to convert everything into sine cos, see the LCM very carefully while multiplying, do the calculation and get the answer. It is not cosec square alpha, it's cos alpha, cosec alpha. This is one approach, and one approach is using this identity. So you are free to choose whichever you want. I want you to think logically and take some complex steps, not complex in the sense, something which you think logically will make the sum smaller and better. So these are a few sums I did for you today. What was the basic idea? The basic idea was using formulae in many different ways. Okay? So I'm going to end the chapter here, but let me put a few sums for homework on the board. Okay, so friends, I have put some sums for you on the board. Some of them may be very simple and some you may have to think a little. But this is just an exercise for your mental faculty. So try out these sums and remember, you might not get the sums in the first try itself, but try to take different approaches and see and find the best one. So this is a exercise for your mental thinking. Okay, so I put different sums on the board for you. Try them out. You will like them. Take your time and try to solve this. And in case you have got any doubt, then you can always call me or send me the photographs. But first I want you to try the sums on your own. You may not get it at the first try, but keep trying, keep working on it till you get very good at it. Okay? So I'm going to end here. Thank you.